platform?
Right now, PC.
I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but I'm not a Diablo player. I basically came to Blizzard with Warcraft. What should I be excited about with Diablo 3, knowing that I'm not a Diablo player?
Well, I think one of the most appealing things about the Diablo franchise is that it's a very easy game to get into. It's very quick. If you don't have a lot of time to play, it's actually can be played in a really small time frame. It's a really great, kind of easy way to meet other people. It's a great co-op game. So I think those are probably some of the best reasons. We all play a lot of WoW, but World of Warcraft is just a great game. But when you just want to kill a short amount of time, it's not always the best choice. So it's one of the things we really think that Diablo can offer. Engine, yes, it's a brand new 3D engine. I don't believe we've given it a name. I think our tool. I'm sorry. Yeah, we don't typically name our engine. I didn't think so. But yeah, it's a brand new 3D engine that we developed in-house. We've been working on for several years.
Early developed, but
How long are we working on this?
I'm sorry?
How long are we working on it?
It's been in development for quite a number of years. We had it up at Blizzard North for a couple of years, and it's been at Blizzard South for about 2.5. So probably about 4 overall.
Is Diablo 3 the same thing as your secret project codenamed Hydra, or is it a different one?
we don't publicly talk about the code names for the project, so you'll just have to live without that knowledge.
How did you keep? How did you succeed to keep that secret for so long?
We're very, very secret. We're a very security-conscious company. And there was a joke that appeared, I think, in one of the penny arcades about the bombs implanted in the back of Blizzard employee heads. Yeah, it's not that far off. So we treasure our privacy.
The employees recognize the importance of keeping something like that under wraps and the value that we get from a big announcement like this. They're very, very proud of the projects they're working on, and the development team is the team that most of all wants to keep it under wraps until we actually announce it.
But it feels good. It feels good to finally say it.
Now, if you can find them in a bar tonight, they'll probably just be shouting Diablo 3, Diablo 3.
What will you change to Battle.net, if anything?
Right now, we're not really announcing any Battle.net changes. We do have a lot of things planned we have a new version of Battle.net that will appear in the coming months, and more features about that will be revealed at that time.
Yeah, you'll actually see some of the new feature set for Battle.net in conjunction with the StarCraft 2 development process.
What features does the game have for esports or kind of competitive gaming? How do you approach these?
Right now, we're not talking about any competitive gaming features. We're not talking about any competitive PvP or competitive gaming features.
Do you have an upper limit on the number of players who can play cooperatively?
We have a limit. It's more based upon gameplay. And right now we're actually trying to decide on what that number is. In terms of technical, we can support quite a number of players right now. We are right about 8. But we actually feel the game plays a little better with slightly fewer than that, and we may focus on what makes the game play the best. But we haven't nailed down an actual number.
Sorry, just a question. When was back in school last year? I remember like playing expressing town tournaments for Blizzard where the game that can be played on television, because you just said when you're talking that you believe in esports on television. I would like to know, how are you planning to release Diablo 3 into that proposal of the television game?
For esports?
Yeah, right.
Well, we do plan to add some PvP features, but we're not discussing them right now, so we wouldn't really be able to
I was just
details.
under the second physical point of view, because sometimes the problem is that you see people who
I don't know how to answer that without talking about people.
Well, I mean, e-sport is really important to us, and the dev team has some interesting ideas in mind, but it's still early in discussions, and so it's not anything we want to openly discuss until we nail it down to a point. But the Diablo 3 team is definitely thinking about e-sport and whether or not that makes sense for the game.
Will the gameplay differ if you're playing alone or with a group, or will it just be hit points of the monsters?
Differences between co-op and single play?
Yeah.
Well, primarily, when there's a lot of things that we've done to try to make co-op better. Some of the features about co-op we're not really revealing at this time, but some of the simple things that we do are our health system that we've added, the red globes you can pick up and recover health. That's actually a cooperative system, so if any player picks it up, it actually heals anyone nearby. So it kind of makes everyone into makeshift healers. We've changed the way loot drops, so it drops on a per player basis. Diablo 2, you really have to fight over loot a lot, and here you don't have to do that. Your loot, anything you see on the ground is for you. So that creates actually a lot of sharing and more cooperative spirit than sometimes the competitive nature of Diablo 2 loot drops were. So we've tried to make little changes like that to basically make a better cooperative experience. Down the road, we want to add more elaborate features, but we're not discussing any of that at this time.
Just a question. Diablo was one of the most popular games in the Mac users because we were able to play PC and Mac. So we plan to release Diablo 3 on Mac too.
Absolutely.
Right. And show us two classes, the barbarian and the witch doctor. In the end, how many classes will it be?
We haven't settled on a final number of classes. There will be several more, but we haven't actually nailed down the final number.
Is there any chance Diablo 3 will come to any of the console?
Blizzard would love to do console stuff. We're very interested in the consoles, but we don't have any plans at this time to do any console development.
Would you say that any of the clone games that came out after Diablo 2, such as Titan Quest, would you say that any of those games contributed significantly to the evolution of the genre and inspired you to make any changes in Diablo 3 compared to the same game?
Well, we're here today to talk about Diablo 3, and I'd really like to focus on that. It's hard to discuss the competition without,
We might have seen some good ideas coming.
I mean, certainly we play everything. So we're all really serious gamers, and we of course see things in other games that we like and adopt, and we have a lot of admiration for our competition. We play a lot of great games in the genre. So, but yeah, I don't want to talk about any specifics because it kind of gets into exactly what they make. I don't want to comment too specifically.
Is there going to be any facility to port over all the characters from Diablo 2, or is it completely fresh out?
We are going to cross over some characters, and we're going to do talking about people's actual characters. Oh, your player characters. No, we have no plans. It's not really compatible because we don't have all the same. We won't have all the same classes in the end, and a lot of the just kind of internal workings of the game's a little different. So no, we don't have any plans to carry over.
One of the things I was most interested about was the fact that mobs work together. So for example, melee mobs with shields or stunning you while ranged picks you up. Do you have any other examples of that?
Well, what we try to do is design monsters so that they're collaborative and they contribute to each other. So a lot of monsters are just there to be kind of mob monsters, and the big guys behind them are really designed to do kind of something more specific. We do summoners a lot, are really popular. You get he was actually in the demo. There was a summoner skeleton in one of the areas, and when you get several of those guys going, they're really hard to keep up with because there's